Hi guys, we're going to talk a little bit about the quiz and how it was unfair. I feel bad giving you guys those questions. I realized as I looked at it, and Allie, your post was pretty telling how you explained what you did and how you approach it. So I want to explain actually what it looks like because you guys are going to need to know this as you go along in Java, and it's important. But I certainly don't hold you responsible for knowing it on the quiz, of course. So that's why I sent that email in the discussion board. So on to the nitty-gritty of the quiz. Here's what the question looked like, public int quest 0101 int x. You guys haven't seen a form like this yet in the curly braces quite like this. And the reason is this is something called a method. And methods are things programmers use to do tasks. And so, for instance, I'll create a very simple method. You guys have already created main methods and stuff like that. Let me move this window a little bit. But if I just wanted to have something system.out.print, I can't type, hello? If I wanted to just print hello, of course I could put this in my main. You guys feel comfortable with that, and I could put it in there. Or instead, I could public static void main string args. I could put this in my main and it would of course print hello. However, if I wanted to do it differently, if I wanted to create something called a method, I could have public class test, I could write my class here, and then I could enter in a method. I could say public, well, I'll get into the nitty-gritty of the static and void. These two words right here, you guys, you're not going to know what they mean right away, and I'll explain them later. Perhaps I'll explain them later this week, but that idea is going to be fuzzy for you for just a little bit, and that's okay. So just assume that I'm correct here. Public static void, and then name of method. I can name it anything I want. And what occurs in the curly braces, or the parentheses, is also going to be fuzzy for you guys for now, so don't worry about that too much either. But I can name a method anything I want, and the idea, what I'm trying to show you guys, is that instead of saying hello here, I can now put this in here, put it in my method. Oh, that was not it. Huh. Well, copy paste doesn't work on my Mac. Thanks. System .out .print hello. Sorry, the font's really small. It went to the small because I pasted something funky. But this hello in here, I'll make it bigger so you guys can see it. This hello in here is now done when I call the method name of method. So if I do name of method in here, followed by its parentheses, that's going to actually say do this. So when, of course, all Java programs start in the main method, and the first thing it gets to in the main method is this thing called name of method. When a method is listed like this with curly braces after it, that means do the method. So you go up here, so follow my mouse, I go up here, and I do whatever's inside the method. In this case, oops, I forgot a curly brace. In this case, I'm printing hello. That's the same thing as just having system.out.print hello in here. But it's a way of me helping you guys understand that a method is just a block of code that does something. So back to what we were talking about, is this is a block of code that does something inside the curly braces right here. It's called quest 0101. And the hard part is it takes in an int. So this int x in here. So when you see this in the code, the same way a name of method in here, name of method, that means it's called. Use language like call. It means you called it. That means you're doing that method. So what this does is it takes this for and puts it in here. So anywhere you see x in here, the for, we use the word passed in. The for was passed in as x. So this says, well, 4 is less than 5, do something. And you guys can solve that. That's not that hard. You've seen code like that. So all I'm trying to explain to you is that methods are blocks of code that do something. And when you see something in the parentheses, it goes into that method as that variable. So x is 4 in this case. All right, good luck.